Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of the Pop Culture Friar, a video blog that is going to look at two elements of film that I particularly enjoy, namely film and graphic novels. Now, what I particularly like about these two categories is the social-political commentary they can convey and the psychological impact they can have on societies and even individuals. But also, it's their ability to entertain and the amount of creativity that goes into them that really captivates the attention. Now, this was really hit home for me over the last 6 months when I started writing graphic novel reviews for new website Slings and Arrows. What I realized was that 600 words is enough to be able to form an opinion and say what the merits of a book are, whether it's good or bad, and whether it should or shouldn't be read. But it isn't nearly enough to be able to go into all the things that actually make up film and graphic novels in particular. What about the creators? What motivated them? What inspired them? What are their ideas behind it? What is the message they're trying to convey? What situations did they find themselves in that caused them to do this and to write and create in such a way? What other things influenced them? Were there factors like faith, science, political and social climates at the time? And the list could go on. Another question that fascinates me is why comic book heroes like Superman, Spider-Man, and even Calvin and Hobbes have gone into the collective consciousness of society. And then there are the films like The Shining, Back to the Future, and The Avengers. Very different films, but they have so ingrained in Western culture that they have become iconic. What is it about these films that makes them so iconic, that makes them so well liked and such influencing factors? Is it clever marketing? Is it good CGI? Is it good storytelling? In the case of graphic novels, is it really good art? Or is there something more than that? Is there something inside us that is really drawn to the creativity expressed in films and graphic novels? Now, I'm no expert on the subject, but it fascinates me wildly. And if my questions lead to more questions, well then I only consider that part of the journey. Now, while the Pop Culture Friar is primarily going to be about film and graphic novels, it's not strictly a review site. Having said that, we will review films and graphic novels, but we're also going to look at creators, at characters like Superman and Spider-Man and the Avengers and many, many others, and their influence on society and culture today. The kinds of films that we might review are also more likely to be the ones that are on your Amazon and Netflix list. If you're like me and you go through them and you add things that you'd like to watch but never get round to them, then this is really what we're going to be reviewing. Those things we want to watch, we put off for some reason. And if, like me, you have children, you also know that that severely impacts the kind of films that you can and can't watch. That children are really the ones who decide what you will watch. Now, sometimes that means you watch absolute drivel. And at other times it means you come across an absolute gem that you just want to tell everybody about. And we're going to review these and see what makes them so great and sometimes what makes something so bad. Now, we'll do a different one every week, but we'll also look at the impact that certain storylines are having on culture and why they were so popular or even so controversial at the time they were written. So by all means, welcome to the conversation, and please join us next time for more pop cultural musings on the Pop Culture Friar.